Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I'm actually going to do all of the examples from page 7. Um, I'm going to do every single problem because these are really important. Basically, these are the same as the tables that we've already done. Basically, you're going to be finding the differences in the x's and the differences in the y's. And if the differences are constant, it's a linear function. And to find the slope, you just divide the differences in the y's by the differences in the x's. But what's important here is these are kind of word problems. So the units are what are very important. So I'm going to do all four or all, yeah, I'm going to do all four of these examples. All right, so let's just jump into it. Okay, first of all, we've got a table here, the second one. That's the one that I'm looking at. And it says, the table shows the distance that a person walks for exercise. Find the rate of change, which means the slope. Slope is just the rate of change, and distance with respect to time. So this is the x value. These are the y values. So let's find the differences in the x's first. So 60 minus 30 is 30. 90 minus 60 is 30. Okay. So the x's are going up by 30, going up by 30 minutes. And the y's are going up by 1.5. So 3 minus $1.50 is $1.50. $4.50 minus $3 is also $1.50. So what we have here, this is a linear function because these are constant and these are constant. So the slope would be 1.5 miles, because that's the units, divided by 30 minutes, because that's the units here. Now, most of the time when we're talking about rate of change, we usually use miles per hour. So if we can walk 1.5 miles in 30 minutes, that means that we should be able to walk 3 miles in 60 minutes or 1 hour. So the rate of change for this, if we wanted to put it in a unit with a unit rate, would be 3 miles per hour. So that would be the slope or the rate of change for this table. So this guy is walking 3 miles per hour. All right, now let's do the next one. Going to do the same thing. We're going to find the differences in the x's and the differences in the y's. So the differences in the x's, 6 minus 4 is 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. So I'm sorry. Let me read exactly what it's doing. This says the table shows the cost to paint a house for a given number of hours. Find the rate of change and cost with respect to time. Okay, so we're finding the slope again, the rate of change. And as I mentioned, that the time is going up by 2 hours, and the cost, I'm going to change it, the color, is going up by $45. So 135 minus 90 is 45. 180 minus 135 is also 45. So this is going up by 45. So if we were to calculate the slope, it would be $45 over 2 hours. All right. Now, again, it's usually good to get this in an hourly rate. So I'm going to do that. So if the painter is charging $45 for every 2 hours, that means that his salary is, or his rate is $22.50 every 1 hour. So basically he's charging $22.50 an hour. Another way of saying that is that's probably his salary. That's his rate. He's charging $22.50 an hour, which means that he's getting $45 every 2 hours. So that's the rate. Now let me go through and do this last one. Actually, before I do the last one, you should do the last one. Stop the video, try it on your own. I'm going to do it, but I want you to try it first. So go try it and then come back and see and compare yours with mine. All right, so now it says The table shows the number of days you keep a rented movie before returning it, and it tells you the total cost of renting the movie. So find the rate of change, which is the slope, in the cost with respect to time, and interpret its meaning. So this is the X, this is the Y. So let's find the difference in the X's. 5 minus 4 is 1. 6 minus 5 is 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. So every day is going up by 1 day. All right, now let's find out the cost. So if I take $8.25 and subtract 6, that's going to be $2.25. If I take $10.50 and subtract $8.25, that's also going to be $2.25. And if I take $12.75 and subtract $10.50, that's also going to be $2.25. So what that's saying is that the slope or the rate of change is $2.25 per 1 day. So basically what that means is it costs you $2.25 to rent a movie every day. So it costs $2.25 a day to rent a movie. That's what that means. That's the interpretation. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to do this last one. Same thing. Before I do this, you should stop the video, do it on your own, come up with the rate of change, the slope, and also try to figure out what it means. All right. Now, here we go. The table shows the amount of time spent at an amusement park and the admission fee for the park changes. Find the rate of change in the fee with respect to the time spent at the park and interpret its meaning. Excuse me. So this is the X, this is the Y. Let's find the difference. So it's going up by 1. Hour is going up by 1. And then what's happening to the cost? The cost is not changing. The cost is not changing. So what does that mean? So let's go over here. Let's find the slope. The slope is the Y, the difference in the Y's over the difference in the X's. So the slope is 0. So basically what this is saying is that the admission fee, the admission fee doesn't change. So that means you just have to pay $34.99, basically $35 to get in, and then you're in and you don't have to, you're not paying any more. So that's just like a flat fee to get into the park. And then once you're in the park, you're done. You're not paying any more. That just means it's a fixed fee to get in. So now that's a little tricky, but that's true. Usually when you go to a park, you have to pay the admission fee, and sometimes you have to pay for like each ride, you got to pay something, but the admission fee is fixed, so it doesn't change, which means that the slope is 0. All right. I hope you were able to follow this, and I hope it was helpful. We are going to do a lot more with word problems and linear functions and how to interpret slope and the y-intercept and all of that. So, but this is a good start. All right, I'm going to sign off and post this.